will experience a significant drug error. Why does this happen? Well, most of the time it's because we haven't given the right dosage, we haven't got the right strength, we haven't given them the right number of times, we've got the wrong drug completely, or we didn't know they were on it at all and haven't given them this at all. So, some of you may have heard of ICE, in case of emergency, where people store a phone number in their phone to use as an emergency contact. Lots of people have looked at developing apps that then go on a little bit further and store more information, medical history, your allergies, your drug history. This is a comment from one of the nursing journals. Sounds like a great idea, but think about it. How many different phones are there? How do we teach people to access them? I was looking for somebody's time on their iPhone. I knew it was there. I knew what the symbol on the iPhone was, so I couldn't find it. What hope have we got with the number of phones in this room, let alone in this country? So we thought, why don't we use the ICE model? Simple, works on a phone like this. You just put an entry into your phone address book. My mum could do it with very, very basic phone, doesn't need an iPhone. In the contacts book, find the word ICE, info, and a phone number. Nothing else on the phone, nothing else that is difficult or stops people using it. So this is our phone number. If you rang that phone number now, you would be talked through setting up a record which included your medical history, your drugs, your allergies, and would give access to ringing your next of kin. The advantages of this, the record is linked to the phone. If you don't physically have the phone or the phone number, you can't access it. So there's no passwords, there's no registration, there's nothing to stop clinicians actually using it. If the patient's in front of them with the phone, they can use it. The patient is completely in charge of what's on there. If they want to miss out the bit about their sexual health history or a bit about their mental health history, that's completely up to them. Most phones have a degree of security on them, and most people look after their phones. If you lose your phone, you're in your company and you get it barred. Anybody can set it up, the patient, their family, GP, a community nurse. So you can phone the most available next of kin, so you can phone multiple people at a time. So as a doctor, I don't have to ring through 5 next of kin to find one that answers. This will try and ring everybody simultaneously and connect me to the first person. Sam's going to show you how it works.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to have to try and hold the phone up against the microphone as well, so you might not be able to hear me talk, but it's an entirely voice-based, so I'm actually making a call from this phone now.
ICEInfo, press 1. If you are a clinician and need to access a record, press 2. If you are a patient and need to listen to, add, or delete a record.
So we pre-set up this person's
Thank you.
patient.
You have access to the ICE record for...
It's actually reading the patient's performance button.
Press 1 to access the record, or press 2 to phone the patient's next of kin.
Press 1, it'll read that.
ICEInfo will play back each entry on record for them.
Just turn the records up a touch.
Past medical history.
What you can't do is it's basically now reading through the recordings that the patient's made of their medical conditions. So, I have COPD, then they're reading out their medication. It prompts them to actually enter the drug they're taking, to spell it, the name, the dose, then how frequently they're taking it. We also record allergy information and what reaction the patient has. And the final thing we record is next of kin details. So again, you can actually save a couple of numbers as your next of kins. Then when the clinician says, I want to contact the next of kin, they just press 5, I think it is, on the options, and it will make a call simultaneously to all those next of kin numbers. The other really good thing is next of kin sees the number calling as the ICEInfo number. So if I get a call at 3 o'clock in the morning from some random withheld number that's a hospital switchboard, I'm probably just going to busy it. I might wait to pick up the voicemail the next morning and hear my mum's in hospital. If I see my phone with the caller ID saying it's an ICEInfo call, I actually know it's an important call and I probably will answer my phone at 3 in the morning. So we're improving on the ICE next of kin contacts there.
Any questions from the panel?
Lovely idea, got legs, but you you said people look after their mobile phones. You might look after your mobile phone, but most people don't have password protected mobile phones. And if all I need to do is to pick up the phone and ring the ICE number, that doesn't sound very secure.
It's always... Oh.
If you don't feel comfortable with that, then you have complete control of how much data you want on there.
So it's kind of putting some of the info on the patient to secure it. But I mean, a lot of people already write this information on a piece of paper in their wallet, or tuck it in the back of their phone case and things like that. So
not my patients in Tower Hamlets.
it's really kind of trying to evolve that model, maybe.
Can I just ask, I mean, on access control again, what happens if somebody shows up in A&E, they're unconscious and they have got a PIN lock on their phone? How would you get access?
We're not saying it's going to solve all problems. However, a lot of the time, we're not saying it's going to solve all problems, but often patients aren't unconscious, they just can't remember their medication. And actually, if you then unlock it and can let me listen to your medication and give me your drugs and doses, that's a big improvement on what we've got already.
Can you just check what information, when the relatives pick up the call, you know, what are they told that...
Well, they just speak directly to the doctors or whatever you would...
So if there's 4 or 5 people that have been called simultaneously...
It'll only connect to the first one to answer.
All right, okay.
It's like a hunt with all 4 phones ring. As soon as one person answers, the rest drop out.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
Thank you very much.